Today on the channel, it's main event time once again with main event series 18, Bron Breakker and Seth Rollins.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE main event unboxing and review. And today we're back at it with Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker. But for all your main event needs and a whole lot more, make sure you hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal out there. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there, and I found this actually at a Walmart store this week. Caught me in a weak moment. I was intrigued by this Seth Rollins. I like this blue gear on here, and Bron Breakker. I like Bron Breakker enough. I don't love him quite yet, but I've enjoyed a lot of his stuff. Can't wait for his future Elite with the wolf's head. That's going to be amazing. But of course, the Steiner brothers lineage running strong in Bron Breakker, and Steiner brothers is a huge part of my wrestling fandom in my childhood. So a lot of hits with this pack, enough to warrant a pickup, and that's where we're at here today. And I know you can make this Seth Rollins maybe a little bit more elite, and we'll talk about that when we get into the video a little bit more. But main event style packaging, we know it, we love it, we want some more of it. How about that? Seth and Bron up there. Got them in here. Title belt, always like these new main event title belts. I do think they look really good, and the packaging looks pretty good on this as well. Buying a lot more main events as of late. Seth, Bron Breakker, got the tail of the tape, got the cross sell down below. I also picked up Mankind and Kane. Dominic and Rhea, I don't think I need that one in my collection. Jibber Jabber, UPCs, all that kind of stuff. Let's see what it says about Seth and Bron. Bron Breakker from Woodstock, Georgia. Don't get that confused with the music festival, that's for sure. Finishing move, I don't know if that's right. It says Steiner Recliner. I don't think he's using that anymore, or not as a finisher at least. Seth freaking Rollins from Davenport, Iowa. Oh, beautiful this time of year. Finishing move, the dreaded stomp, and of course, part of Series 18 right here. We're getting them out of the package. Gonna see what's going on here. See you later, goodbye. There they are, Plastic Prison, representing. I think this was when Bron was... I could be wrong. I could be getting confused, but he was still an NXT, member of NXT, and came up just kind of for a quick cup of coffee or a match or maybe two. I think that was the case. I could be wrong. See you later. Goodbye up high. All right, let's get down to it. We're going to start Bron Breakker. We'll go champion last. Bron Breakker, his second main event style figure. Of course, he had the prior one. Very similar to that. I really do enjoy his elites more, and I think most people would say, hey, I enjoy the elites more. More articulation, more deco, things like that. But as a plain Jane Bron Breakker figure, not so bad. Black singlet going on. Meaner than evil. What does that even mean? I don't know. It's kind of like darkness and the other side of darkness. How the other side of darkness, even darker than dark. That's what it is. But he's meaner than evil. I don't know. Up to your own interpretation there. Breakker on the front. Seen a lot of wild singlets from Bron Breakker. Not so wild with this one here. Pretty plain Jane. Pretty plain Jane. Pretty subdued, all things considered. Got a very Goldberg-inspired tattoo, as we do know with him. Black knee pads. Got the wrist tape in black, even some hand tape there in black, and two gripping hands out of the package for one Bron Breakker. Looking at the head here, he's got the goatee going on. He got that short hairdo. Looks like Bron Breakker enough for me. I think that does work. And then you got the white boots on him here. Arms go all the way around for us. You got single jointed elbows side to side. Hands back and forth side to side. Head back and forth side to side. Head removable. Waist articulation. Big old Bron Breakker split straight out of NXT. Leg does go up. No thigh cuts, nothing like that, but you do get single jointed knees. You do get a boot cut, and that's all she wrote at the end of the day. A little bit more articulation than we used to get, at least as far as things go. He should fit. Yes, he does. Mattel Ringside Collectible Stand. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on Ringside stands. Make sure you get the Mattel ones for the Mattel figures, obviously. But now, diving into Seth Rollins here, and he got all the accessories, I guess. We'll start off with this championship belt. Seth Rollins side plates, a little duller in the main event style championship belts, but a lot of people do like these, myself included. Looks very nice for old Seth Rollins right here. A good-looking title belt. Now diving into Seth Rollins once again. He does got the wrist, almost had wrist tape, the waist tape here. We've seen it with Damian Priest. We've seen it with DDP just recently. A little extra pizzazz to the figure here. Of course, Seth Rollins working with those taped-up ribs for a long time. We remember that. So looking good there. Got Seth Rollins in the head department. He's got that million-mile stare. Like he's just staring into his Harry Potter book and just can't be bothered to shake anybody's hand, talk to anybody in that locker room. He's just really entranced by one young Ron Weasley. Yes, Ron Weasley just stole his heart, never let go, like me with the young Rio is what he looks like there. Got the beard going on, of course, long blonde hair. Looking good there. Black wrist tape, and then, of course, talked about the waist tape there. The bottom half, though, is where the money is on this one. I really love this blue color on an action figure. Very, very cool. Then you got kind of the leopard cheetah print. What is it? Leopard print on there against it. Looking very nice. Really taking this one to the next level a little bit. Making it a little bit more pizzazz than some of the other figures we do know. I talked about articulation with Bron Breakker, ran through that whole thing. Don't need to do it again, but I did forget to mention the hands are removable on these new main events. Most of us do know that at this point here. He should also fit on a ringside collectible stand using discount code Kyle, save 10%. Yes, he does. I did grab the Carmelo Hayes jacket from Carmelo Hayes' recent Elite. A lot of people have been putting this, or a lot of people have said, hey, this would look really good here, so thought I might do it, see what's going on, see what all the fuss is about. Can we make this main event? Can we make it Elite? And it does look a heck of a lot better. It does pizzazz this one up with a little jacket going on there in black. Definitely stuff you could do if you're a customizer out there. You want to give this a little dash of pizzazz. You want to have Seth Rollins looking a little cooler. You can easily do that. Really does add a little bit to this figure. There's no doubt about it. So a lot of stuff you can do, and a lot of people, like I said, buying main events now with the new articulation, but also buying them for customizing purposes. Getting them for some of the accessories, some of the title belts, the wrist tape. Why do I keep saying wrist tape? Waist tapes, things like that. Plus, some of the head sculpts. People grabbing head sculpts, moving them over to Elite figures as well. So there's a lot of stuff you can do in this day and age with these new main event figures. But there it is. Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker. What are your thoughts? Pick up, pass, long game, no game. I'm not so sure game. I don't do main event game. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And you made it this far, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over on Patreon. Patreon, best way to support the channel. You can also support the channel at PrestanTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X. The _Kyle_Peterson on Threads. And on Instagram. For Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker, main event. I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop the clock. One thing I did forget to mention on the heights on this figure here. 6 foot is what Bron Breakker is supposed to be. 6'1" is what Seth Rollins is supposed to be. So let's just call it they're supposed to be the same height. This Seth Rollins figure very short compared to Bron Breakker. So that's one thing I want to call out in the video.